We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the New York Giants. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Play action this time with Love. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
That's good for a Packers.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Second down, Jacobs once more. And this will be a Packers first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Short throw, he's got Kraft. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 4. To throw now. Here's Love. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Love now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 23. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
In motion goes the tight end. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards. but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
The kick by McManus is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. A nice little juke. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The New York set to take the field. Looking to put a drive together. Now Dart. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. Yeah, he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing his Dart. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
On the coverage.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
Throwing from the gun here, Dart. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Another completion right there. And again, Charles, good time in the pocket. That offensive line on this opening drive been really solid.
They've been more than solid. They've really tamped down the pass rush and kept him safe in the pocket, able to look around, find his target, and deliver. He's got to make sure he tells that offensive line in the huddle, thanks, fellas. Let's keep it going.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc. Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
This 2nd and 4. They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson with it. Oh, a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the 1st down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Jalen Hyatt, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Giants are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Well, that one hurts. That wipes away what would have been a big play.
Well, you and I both know coaches aren't real big on silver linings, but at least that play call was a successful one. Now the focus offensively, that goes to overcoming the penalty and making all that yardage back again.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Love. That's taken in by Watson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
2nd down at the 25-yard line.
Now Love. That's complete to Dobbs. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Throwing. Love. And this is going to be incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
On 4th down, the Packers call on Daniel Whelan to punt. And back deep, Gunnar Olszewski. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the 2nd quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Second down and a yard. Running left is Tracy. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That second down play nets a -4.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun, here's Dart. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
On fourth down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. Fielded at about the 28. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13.
Brings up third down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt.
For the Packers.
Olszewski now to return. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And it'll be Giant football, first and 10. The New York set to take the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. First and 10 upcoming. Slot man moves right. Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. That's complete to Robinson. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Dart going to look to throw here. Catch made by Slayton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now a 2nd and 10. To the air once more is Dart. He has Hyatt over the middle. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun is Dart. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Dart. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save?
Yes.
That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won. What a sequence there defensively. You get the sack to move him to 3rd and long. Then here, just nothing available. And he's got to throw it away.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Throwing, Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play. And they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it. And he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Completed out left to Dobbs. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 14-yard line.
Love looking to throw it. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Absolutely nowhere to go with the football, and he's just going to put this one in the Hudson River. Maybe he's a little fortunate he didn't get called for grounding because that one was well over everyone's head.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Love. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. On the return is Olszewski. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
On the give, it's Tracy. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, Dart. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
17 yards.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
On play action, here's Dart. That's complete to Slayton. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 16-yard line.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
Throwing his Dart. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Now it's Tracy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
At the 5-yard line.
Right back to Tracy. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. They'll hand it to Tracy. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Brings up 4th and goal.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Now we're looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they were backed against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the third level before you know it.
To throw now, here's Love. Now they go screen, it's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Good call there on first down, and Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Love now. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Final play of the half, Love. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And able to get this out to the 25. The Giants offense set to begin this third quarter. This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Dart. Now he's going to step up and run. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. But Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
2nd and 1 at the 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's 2nd and a yard. They'll send the tight end in motion. On the run is Tracy. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Throwing his dart. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Following the interception, Love. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On the out route, Dobbs brings it in. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Jacobs going to try the middle, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Love. And that will be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. He hit his first, this one from 38. The kick by McManus is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Giants going to take over again on offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Off the play fake, it's Dart. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and
We saw this a lot in the
down.
first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Tracy. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Rashawn Gary that time through the line and getting the tackle for loss.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's Dart. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Able to slither by. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That's taken in by Golden. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a much-needed accomplishment there on 3rd down. They've been forced to punt far too many times already. They needed something to go their way, and they're able to get a new set of downs.
Firing quickly out wide is Love. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. That's complete to Dobbs. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well, great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Throwing. Love. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jordan Love, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better? Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did. So trying to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Open man left side. It's a tight end man, Hurts.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. On the ground, here comes Tracy. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Dart going to look to throw here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Giants 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Tracy going to get it on 1st down. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game. It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
The Giants on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Dart from the gun on 3rd down. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Devontae Wyatt In there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Here's Love. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Looking deep here for Dobbs. And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it.
Oh, man, late in a tight ball game, every play so critical. You feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the Giants ready to come out now. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, Dart. Has it to Hyatt on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't it?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw now, Dart. Over the middle, he completes it to Robinson. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
I think in this situation, all you want to do is make sure your guys are set up front. No one jumps, no penalties. Sometimes you don't even call cadence, just go and pick it up.
Yeah, because it's on them, and the quarterback's job is pretty easy there.
It really is. It's about inches. Just go get it.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
1 yard gain.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Completed to Hyatt. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now he's going to step up and run. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
They'll run on first down. Tracy. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
They'll go again with Tracy. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
It's 3rd down and
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now the Packers get set to go. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw now. Here's Love. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
On now is the Packers punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Good footwork at the 30. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And that will come the offense as they take over. So now here is Jackson Dart and the Giants. Down by 2, 2:19 to play. And they need at least 30 yards, you'd have to think, here to move the football to have a shot. To throw is Dart. And incomplete.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Here's Dart. It's complete to Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
16 yards. And the Giants, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
This offense in good shape. 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes this a 9-point game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's 1st and 10. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Here comes 2nd down. Throwing, Dart. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing his Dart. He'll try and do this himself. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. He's got his man. It's Hyatt. Well, the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Giants, first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
Here's 2nd down. Working out of the gun is Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
At the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To the air, Dart. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores. You know you need some providence from somewhere. They're going to keep firing away till the end, but this one falls incomplete.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now Dart. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And they'll get this down to the 10. Well, Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second-half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us, not so much to the team who led at halftime and now is leaving here knowing that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from MetLife Stadium.